Find the derivative of f of x. All right, so it looks like in this case, we're going to apply the chain rule because f of x can be written as a composition of two functions. It's not necessary to write it out this way, but just for clarification, we could say the inside function, let's call it u of x, is equal to the 4 minus 9x. And the outer function, let's call it g of u, is equal to 3u to the power 5 over 6. So with this decomposition, we could check it to make sure it makes sense. G of u of x, meaning we plug the u function into the g function, we get 4 minus 9x to the power 5 over 6. Okay, so now to apply the chain rule, let's just rewrite the function using two colors. We have the outer function and we have the inner function, 4 minus 9x. And so what the chain rule says, the chain rule says the derivative of a function that could be written as the composition of two functions, f of g of x, is equal to the derivative of the outer function evaluated at the inner function. And then this is multiplied by the derivative of the inner function. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply the chain rule to this problem. So f prime of x is equal to, so the outer function is the 5/6 power. So the derivative rule for the outer function is the power rule. So power comes out front. So we'll have a 3 that's there. The power of 5/6 comes out front. Decreases by 1. So it'll be negative 1 over 6. Inner function stays the same. So that's the 4 minus 9x. And then we multiply by the derivative of the inner function. So the derivative of 4 minus 9x, well, the derivative of 4 is 0, and the derivative of minus 9x is a minus 9. All right, so that's the chain rule. Okay, so let's simplify this as much as we can. Let's see, so we have 3 times 5 is 15, times 9 is 135, so we have a negative 135 over 6. Times 4 minus 9x to the power negative 1 over 6. So let's reduce this fraction here. These are both divisible by 3. So it looks like we're at negative 45 over 2. So negative 45 on top, 2 on the bottom. And we could bring this, the negative exponent, the negative 1 over 6, we could bring this to the bottom. So we'll have a 4 minus 9x to the power 1 over 6. All right. And that's about as simple as we could make this one.